Hey guys, I'm back, and today we're taking a look at Logitech's MX Masters 3 wireless laser mouse and their MX Keys wireless backlit keyboard. Now, both these devices are made for designers and coders in general, but if you're a content creator, if you do any type of editing with software, multiple programmable buttons, these would be the ones for you. They're both fully customizable. You download the Logitech Options app, and you could pretty much do anything you want with these pre-programmed keys. Now, quick rundown of both of them. They share a lot of attributes. They both come with the receiver. You only need one of them, and you can pair keyboard and mouse to that receiver. And once you take that receiver and attach it to any other computer, you don't have to set up the keyboard and mouse. It automatically is paired and it automatically works. Another plus on the wireless mouse and the keyboard is something called the fluid workflow. Basically, it lets you transfer files from one device to the other. If you're sharing with two receivers, you can actually control two different computers with the same mouse and keyboard. And the benefit is when you drag a file across from the edge of the screen to the other screen, which is a separate computer, it'll transfer that file over. The only downside is it's basically using a Bluetooth file transfer, but you don't have to open up the receive Bluetooth file, accept Bluetooth file, any of that through regular Windows means. It just transfers over using the mouse and using the keyboard. Downside is, like any Bluetooth wireless file transfer, it takes a while. So if you're transferring large files, don't expect it to be blazing fast speeds. The mouse itself, very accurate. Now, right out of the box, it does have a very nice feel to it. It has a nice weight to it. Now, one of the draws of the mouse is it has a mag speed scroll wheel. Very fluid motion. You spin it, and you can tell by the video, there is no lag, there's no clicks. It doesn't stop and go. It feels amazing. You can actually switch it from one click at a time or into fast scrolling. It also has a thumb wheel, which is for horizontal scrolling. Right next to the scroll wheel, you have an indicator for the battery. You have a couple programmable buttons, back and forward buttons near the thumb wheel. You have a gesture button, which is right beneath the thumb. Allows you to get into the taskbar menu. It is USB-C charging, so it does charge pretty quickly. It is $99, but it does feel worlds apart from the regular mouse that comes with your computer. The nice thing is they include a USB-C charging cable, and it has a Velcro tie on there, so it makes organizing and putting it away a breeze. Now let's look at the MX Keys keyboard. It's a wireless backlit keyboard. One of the major draws of the keyboard and the mouse, which I failed to mention, it works with Windows, Apple, Linux, and Android. And you can program both of them to a unifying receiver without having to use more than one USB port. You can connect it through Bluetooth or the USB receiver. Right out of the box, it has a nice quality feel to it, and I know I keep mentioning the right out of the box comment, but I'm sure you've all been there. When you pull something out of the box and it has a nice feel to it, you feel good about spending that money on it when you feel you got a great product, as opposed to there are times when you pull the product out of the box and it's got a flimsy, cheap feel to it, and right away you feel like you made a mistake. This one feels like they spent that money on the actual device. It has a lot of the same features as the mouse. It's got an on and off button. It connects through either USB or the USB receiver. You can customize a lot of the buttons on there for any type of software you have. The travel of the actual key itself is very smooth. The keys themselves are dished, which means it has a little indentation there, which would be like your finger pad. There's a nice fit to it. It sounds something minor, but it does make a difference. They're very quiet. It does share a lot of the same features as far as connectivity, either through the USB receiver, through the Bluetooth. It offers the same switch feature, which you can control up to 3 different computers. And the nice thing about this is it'll let you know which computer it's paired to. So the keyboard itself has 3 buttons at the top, which you can see here. On the back of the mouse, it's got the same feature, 1, 2, or 3, and it'll show you which computer is actually paired with it. There is an awesome backlighting feature. When there isn't enough light around, it has a sensor, so as soon as you start touching the keypads, there's a backlighting on there that you can actually adjust. Now when it comes to the Logitech Option software, you can customize pretty much every aspect of these buttons. I'm going to go through it fairly quick because there's so much to cover. Different software allows you to have different programmable buttons, so it depends on the software, and you can download each setting for the software that's up there. Now if you have more than one device, as far as a mouse and a keyboard, you just need one USB receiver, and the other one can be connected to a separate computer. Now there's so many features on here. Again, the keyboard itself, all the F1 buttons can be programmed. It'll give you an indicator on what software uses which buttons. A quick scroll through the website will show you some of the features, some of the controls on there, some of the apps that are available as far as programming the buttons and allowing it to be more of a useful tool. Now for those that complain that a rechargeable mouse is going to die on you at unexpected times, probably will happen, but on a full charge you'll get 70 days of use, and with 1 minute of charge you'll get 3 hours of use with the USB-C charger. Now with the keyboard you get 10 days on a full charge and up to 5 months when the backlighting is turned off. When the backlighting is turned on, and depending on the setting, that's going to change your battery life drastically. Again, overall, I've been using this. I'm not a coder, I'm not a designer. I do use a lot of software. I do use a lot of video editing. I am on the computer a lot. Now overall, is it worth it? At $100 each, if you have a nice computer with the stock keyboard and mouse, I would definitely suggest you upgrade. If you have software that uses a lot of programmable buttons, I definitely suggest Logitech, because the possibilities are endless with the keyboard and mouse, and it does make navigating complicated software a lot easier. And if you're on the computer a lot of time, just having those shortcuts does cut down on a lot of time, especially if you're doing video editing, or if you're actually a coder and designer, which these were meant for. These are amazing. Hope you liked the review. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you have these and you differ with my opinion, if you think I'm just full of hot air, let me know. If you have another mouse or keyboard that you think does the job as well as these at a cheaper price, let me know as well. I'm always interested in knowing what you guys think. See you later, guys.